Have you ever wondered how our brains store and retrieve information? Memory is a fascinating and complex process that shapes who we are. It allows us to learn from our experiences, recognize familiar faces, and even remember our favorite childhood moments. Our memories are not perfect recordings of the past. Instead, they are reconstructions, influenced by our emotions, beliefs, and even our imaginations. Understanding how memory works can help us appreciate its power and limitations. It can also provide valuable insights into improving our ability to remember. In this exploration of memory, we'll delve into the fascinating mechanisms behind how we remember and forget. We'll uncover why certain memories, especially those tied to strong emotions, remain vivid throughout our lives. We'll also discuss practical strategies to enhance our memory power and preserve our precious recollections. Join us on this journey into the captivating world of memory. Imagine our brains as intricate filing systems, meticulously organized to store and retrieve countless pieces of information. To remember something, we must first acquire the information, store it properly, and then retrieve it when needed. This process is akin to writing down important notes, organizing them in a systematic manner, and then referring back to them when necessary. These three fundamental processes, encoding, storage, and retrieval, form the building blocks of our memory. Without one, the entire system would falter, much like a library without a catalogue. Encoding is like creating a new file in our brain system. It's the initial step where we convert the information we perceive into a construct that can be stored within our brain. When we encounter something new, our senses take in the information. Our eyes, ears, and other sensory organs act as the primary input devices, capturing the raw data from our environment. Our brain then processes this information and translates it into a format it can store. This involves complex neural activities where synapses fire and connections are made, ensuring the data is encoded effectively. The more attention we pay and the more senses we engage during encoding, the stronger the memory trace becomes. Engaging multiple senses, like sight, sound, and touch, can create a richer, more detailed memory. Storage involves keeping the encoded information safe and accessible over time. This is akin to placing our files in a secure, well-organized filing cabinet where they can be easily found when needed. It's like organizing our files into different folders, each labeled and categorized for easy access. This organization helps in maintaining the integrity and accessibility of the stored information. Our brains have different storage systems, including short-term memory, which holds information briefly, and long-term memory, which has a much larger capacity and duration. Short-term memory acts like a temporary holding area, while long-term memory is more like a vast archive. Retrieval is the final step, where we access and bring back the stored information. This process can be compared to finding and pulling out a specific file from our well-organized cabinet. Think of it as searching for a specific file in our mental filing system. The efficiency of this search depends on how well the information was encoded and stored in the first place. Retrieval cues, like sights, smells, or sounds associated with the memory, can act as helpful keywords in our search. These cues can trigger the recall of related information, making the retrieval process smoother and more efficient. Understanding these stages is crucial for comprehending how our memories function. By recognizing the importance of each stage, we can better appreciate the complexity and efficiency of our memory system. By strengthening each stage, encoding, storage, and retrieval, we can improve our overall memory abilities. Engaging in activities that challenge our brain, such as studying, taking notes, and practicing memory exercises, can enhance our cognitive functions and memory retention. Additionally, adopting a healthy lifestyle, practicing mindfulness, and engaging in brain games can further support and enhance our memory capabilities. These practices help in maintaining a sharp and efficient memory system, allowing us to better encode, store, and retrieve information throughout our lives. Have you ever noticed how certain childhood memories, especially those charged with strong emotions, remain vivid even years later? These memories can be as clear as if they happened just yesterday. and they often come with a rush of emotions that make them feel incredibly real. This phenomenon highlights the powerful connection between our emotions and our memories. Emotions act like a highlighter, marking certain events as significant and ensuring they stand out in our minds. Our brains have a remarkable ability to prioritize emotionally significant events. This prioritization is not random. It's a survival mechanism that has evolved over millennia to help us remember important experiences that could impact our well-being. When we experience something emotionally arousing, whether positive or negative, the amygdala, a brain region associated with emotions, becomes activated. This activation is like an alarm bell, signaling to the rest of the brain that something important is happening. This activation triggers a cascade of neurochemicals that enhance memory encoding. Neurotransmitters like norepinephrine and dopamine flood the brain, making it more receptive to forming new memories. The hippocampus, another crucial brain structure involved in memory formation, plays a key role in consolidating these emotional memories into long-term storage. It acts like a librarian, cataloging and storing these memories so they can be retrieved later. It acts like a memory indexer, linking emotional experiences with contextual details like time, place, and sensory information. This indexing process helps us recall not just the event itself, but also the surrounding details that make the memory more vivid. This interplay between the amygdala and hippocampus explains why emotionally charged events, especially those occurring during our formative years, often leave a lasting impression on our minds. These early experiences shape our understanding of the world and influence our future behavior and decisions. These memories, etched more deeply into our neural circuitry, become more resistant to forgetting and can resurface vividly when triggered by similar emotional experiences or cues. This is why a particular smell, song, or even a place can suddenly bring back a flood of childhood memories, complete with the emotions we felt at the time. Understanding this connection between emotion and memory can help us appreciate the lasting impact of our early experiences and the importance of creating positive, emotionally rich environments for children to grow up in. While we often strive to remember everything, forgetting is a natural and essential part of having a healthy memory system. Our brains are not designed to retain every piece of information we encounter. In fact, the ability to forget is just as important as the ability to remember. Our brains are constantly bombarded with information, and not everything we encounter deserves to be stored permanently. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, we are exposed to a vast array of stimuli. This includes everything from the news we read, the conversations we have, to the advertisements we see on the streets. Forgetting helps us prioritize important information and avoid mental clutter. Just as we organize our physical spaces to keep them functional and efficient, our brains need to do the same with the information we process. By letting go of unnecessary details, we can focus better on what truly matters. Imagine trying to remember every single detail of every day of your life. It would be overwhelming. The sheer volume of information would make it impossible to function effectively. Our cognitive resources are limited, and trying to retain everything would lead to mental exhaustion and stress. Forgetting acts as a filter, allowing us to discard irrelevant or outdated information, freeing up cognitive resources for more important matters. This selective memory process ensures that our brains remain agile and capable of adapting to new situations and challenges. Furthermore, forgetting can protect us from painful or traumatic experiences. Our brains have a natural mechanism to gradually fade negative memories, which helps us to heal emotionally over time. This process is crucial for our mental health and well-being. By gradually fading negative memories, our brains naturally help to regulate emotional well-being and prevent us from becoming overwhelmed by negative emotions. This allows us to maintain a positive outlook on life and build resilience against future stressors. Of course, forgetting can be frustrating, especially when it involves important information. We've all experienced the annoyance of misplacing an item or forgetting a crucial detail. However, these instances are a small price to pay for the overall benefits of a balanced memory system. However, it's important to remember that forgetting is a normal aspect of memory. It's a sign that our brains are functioning as they should, filtering out the noise and retaining what's truly significant. Embracing this aspect of our cognitive process can lead to a healthier relationship with our own minds. Instead of viewing it as a weakness, we can appreciate its role in maintaining a balanced and efficient memory system. By understanding and accepting the necessity of forgetting, we can better manage our mental resources and lead more fulfilling lives. So, the next time you forget something, remember that it's just your brain doing its job, keeping you focused and emotionally balanced.